a day of good luck and green beer. How you can celebrate St. Patrick's Day this morning.
And your St. Patrick's Day forecast is looking pretty good. I'm going over what you can expect.
We didn't know the last game. It's going to be our last game with him.
Incarnate Word basketball facing a challenge bigger than just the championship. Today in St. Louis, Weekend Edition starts right now.
This is Today in St. Louis, focused on you.
Are you up? Are you up? I hope you got your radios turned on and your ears perked up, because right now you are getting a live look at the Gateway Arch downtown St. Louis. Yes, it is St. Patty's Day with 2 D's, in fact. So we just want to say good morning to you and happy St. Patrick's Day, St. Louis. It's Sunday, March 17th. I'm Travis Cummings.
And I'm Mercedes McKay. Thanks so much for waking up with us this morning. You know, Travis, St. Patrick's Day is so special in St. Louis.
It is.
It's almost like it is a weekend-long event, but sometimes it feels like a week long.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And just for everyone at home, Travis and I do have our green on.
We do.
We do.
Because the viewers were asking yesterday,
Yes.
where's your green?
Where's your green?
We were preserving it for you.
Exactly,
so.
but now we went full out. Tracy even has green, but we'll get to her in just a minute with your full forecast.
Yep. Well, we had some great festivities here yesterday in downtown. The parade was amazing.
It was so awesome.
Yeah.
And now that St. Patty's Day is officially here, Dogtown is keeping that party going. In just a couple of hours, the 40th anniversary of the Hibernian St. Patrick's Day Parade kicks off in Dogtown. Now it starts at 11 a.m. on Oakland Avenue, and then it'll make its way south on Tam all the way to Manchester. This year, organizers are stepping up security, so you may see more officers today than usual. We'll have more on the history of the Dogtown Parade in just a little bit. And of course, we'll be covering St. Patty's Day at Dogtown all day long, so make sure you're keeping up with us on air, online, and on our streaming app, 5+. Tracy, obviously, you are the woman of the hour.
Yeah.
What is that forecast going to look like?
We have a really nice forecast for us today, which is great. It is going to be a little bit cooler, and yesterday you probably noticed the wind out there. That's going to be prevalent again today. Temperature-wise out there, not too bad. It's 43 degrees. It does feel like 35, though, with that wind chill. We have those, it's like turning on the air conditioning, those northerly winds there that are up to 17 miles per hour, pretty strong for this time of the morning. Now through the rest of our St. Patrick's Day, we have our big parade in Dogtown. Temperatures will make it into the low 50s. Good healthy mix of sun and clouds throughout the entire day today. It should be quite beautiful out there. A little windy with gusts up to 25 miles per hour. Yesterday they were certainly enough to shake the trees around as well. Breezy conditions for us overnight again. We're looking at gusts up to 20 miles per hour. Our sunset is at 7:05, and yes, overnight much cooler air is pushing in. We dropped from the 40s overnight, which is where we were at tonight. We're going to drop all the way down into the mid-20s, so a much cooler night is ahead. Coming up, I'll outline what the rest of your week has in store, and overall it's looking pretty good.
Thank you so much, Tracy. New this morning, we're following multiple overnight shootings in downtown St. Louis. The first happened a little after 2 this morning. 2 people were shot in Wells Goodfellow along Cote Brilliant Avenue. The second happened around 3:13. One woman was shot in the leg near 14th and Washington, and police arrested 1 suspect there. The third was only minutes later, around 3:20, when a 50-year-old man was shot at Broadway and Belle Reve. Now, every one of the victims survived and are currently in the hospital. Right now, our newsroom is working to learn more about these incidents.
And this morning, investigators are continuing the search for Riley Strain, the 22-year-old Mizzou student who went missing in Nashville, and that was more than a week ago now. His friends last saw him Friday, March 8th at Luke Bryan's bar when he told them he was headed back to their hotel. Surveillance videos, however, show him going the other direction. Authorities and his family are still trying to piece together a timeline.
And then we'd also like to know what happened after he crossed down onto Gay Street. There's something there that's going to fill some gaps.
Strain's family is asking businesses and people who live near that bridge to check their security footage. Well, this morning, Incarnate Word's quest for a 7th straight basketball title has turned into something greater.
Yeah, the team's head coach, Dan Rolfes, is currently in the hospital after suffering a medical emergency. Our Annie Krall shows us how the team played with heavy hearts and brought home a somber state championship.
It's not the same without Rolfes. Sorry. We didn't know the last game was gonna be our last game with him. So it's really rewarding, but it's not the same.
Unclear if Incarnate Word would even be playing on Saturday night, facing one of the toughest challenges a team could go through in the Class 6 state final game. Their coach, Dan Rolfus, hospitalized on Friday after a medical emergency following their semifinal matchup. A long pause after closing out their 4th undefeated season. Tanner Wilkinson stepping in as head coach, holding his Incarnate family tight, for Rolfus still in recovery. Rolfus replaced this man, Jim Johnson, as head coach in 2000.
I always said the 2 best things I ever did for Incarnate basketball is I quit and then I hired Dan to take my place.
Former Incarnate Word head coach Jim Johnson tells me that one of the things that makes this team so special is their defense, because they have constant pressure the whole game. One of Dan Rolfus's signature strengths.
He is just a very humble person who is just an excellent coach and just gets the most out of his girls.
Alums driving from across Missouri to Mizzou Arena to watch Incarnate win their 4th title in a row.
Because it's a good place to be at this time of year. We've made many trips down here in the past over the years.
An emotional win for so many reasons. Incarnate Word gets a closer than expected victory over Kickapoo.
It was a little too close, we'll say that.
A little too close for comfort, but
Yeah,
we always know we can pull through in the end.
Reporting in Columbia, Amy Crawl. 5 on your side.
And last night's victory marks the 131st straight win for Incarnate Word. Corey Miller will have game highlights later in sports. We'll continue to keep you updated on the coach's condition on air and online at ksdk.com.
And your running forecast today, you can scan that QR code for your local race information. No doubt we've got some St. Patty's Day runs happening out there. Temperatures will mostly be in the cool, crisp 40s.
And of course, you can't have St. Patrick's Day without some festive food, then it wouldn't be Tissel, right? Up next, the fast food joint that's giving its menu a splash of green.
Ooh. Plus, if transportation's got you troubled, we've got you covered. How you can catch a free ride home from today's St. Patrick's Day celebrations.